Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my morning routine on a school day with my kids. And my morning routine has changed since we moved from Lome back to Lagos, Nigeria. So as I'm going to be pointing out the changes that have occurred since we moved back to Nigeria. Okay. So on this day, the girls are already in the bathroom taking their bath. So I'm preparing breakfast for them. I'm making eggs with veggies and then dry toast, and they're going to have that with hot chocolate, and my second daughter is going to have hers with Lipton. I stopped giving her anything that has to do with dairy. I stopped giving her milk, butter, cheese, anything that has to do with dairy because it causes mucus in her sinus, so she's constantly sneezing. She always has a runny nose. She has a problem with mucus. Okay, but I noticed that after I found out that milk and everything related to dairy causes mucus in the sinus, I stopped that and she has been relieved ever since. Hopefully, she will outgrow it so that she can start taking milk again. But for now, whenever we're taking cocoa, she takes just plain Lipton and honey. Okay, so anyway, when we were in Lome, usually when I wake up in the morning, I usually wake up around 4:30, around 5:30, which is 4:30 Nigerian time, okay? Because Nigeria is 1 hour ahead of Lome. So usually when I wake up, I prepare their lunch first because they stay in school almost the whole day. They stay in school till around 5, 6 in the evening before they come home, sometimes 6:30. So I always like to prepare lunch for them. But here in Lagos, the school they are attending, the kids, you don't prepare lunch for the kids because they give them lunch in school, which is part of the school fees we pay. And my husband and I decided that, I mean, if you want to prepare lunch for your kids, you can do that, but you will still, the money will still be included in the school fees you're going to pay. It cannot be deducted, right? But my husband and I just decided that they should join the kids and, just have that experience. Okay, so here in Lagos, I don't prepare lunch for them. When I wake up in the morning, I just give them a good breakfast to eat, and then I give them some snacks as well, and they are off to school. But in Lome, when I wake up in the morning, as soon as they start getting ready, taking their bath, I prepare their lunch first. Then once I'm done with lunch, I prepare their breakfast as well. But here, I just make a good breakfast for them to eat and I don't bother about lunch. That is somewhat of a relief, but it also has its downside because once they leave for school, now I have to start thinking of what my son and I are going to have for lunch. And that means I still have to prepare lunch, right? I still have to prepare lunch and dinner. But if when we were in Lome, once I prepare that lunch in the morning, it's out of my hands. My We'll just eat that, and I know that the next time I'll be preparing a meal would be dinner.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it, getting these voices
So
inside
I've
my
served them their breakfast, and I'm just going to clean up the kitchen and pack up the things I used to prepare their breakfast. And I'm also going to prepare their snacks as well. Usually, I'll give them a biscuit or I'll give them cake. If I have any baked goods in the fridge, I would give to them, and I always give them a juice box. Okay, so just to, it gives me peace of mind to know that maybe if they get to school and what they serve for lunch that day in school, if they don't feel like eating, they can always have their snacks. Another thing I love about their school here in Lagos is that they close pretty much early. They close by 3 o'clock every day. They do not stay back for extramural classes, unlike in Lome, when they close school by 2:30 and then they stay in school again till 4:30, which is 5:30 Nigerian time. You can imagine. Then before they get home, by the time the driver comes to pick them up and they get home, is already late. But here their school is very, very close to the house. It's about 3 or 4 minutes walk from the house, depending on how fast they walk. So that is really a relief. And they close by 3 o'clock on a daily basis. They do not stay back for extramural classes, and I like that. But you know the funny thing, ever since they started schooling in Lagos and they started taking lunch in school, my second daughter is always complaining. Like she has something to complain about every day. Once she comes home, as soon as she walks through that door, she's already screaming, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm starving. And then I start asking her, did you not take lunch at school today? And she'll be like, they gave us one miserable portion of food. And like, I'm like, now you appreciate the food I was giving you back in Lome. When they were just busy wasting it, they come home every day and I'm shouting and quarreling. Anyway, every morning after their breakfast, just before they leave for school, I always like to say a quick prayer with them. Cover them in the blood of Jesus. And it's very necessary to do that with your kids if you're a mother, okay? Especially for their protection and their well being when they are away from home. Life is lived in the spirit first before the physical. So please pray for your kids every day before they leave for school. So usually in the mornings when they're getting ready for school, my son is always asleep because he hasn't resumed school yet. So he's always asleep. And when he's asleep, usually I'll walk them down the street, I'll cross them over to the other side, and then they can walk into school. But whenever he's awake, I just walk them out of the compound and just stand in front of the gate and watch them walk down the street. As soon as they get over, cross over to the other side, I come right back in. Okay, so on this day, my son was already awake, so I was just doing that. I'm going to stand here and just watch them till they cross over, and then I come right back into the compound. And then my son and I, we always like to say, join Pastor Jerry for prayers every morning, except on holidays when I wake up late. But every morning on school days, we always join Pastor Jerry for prayers. If it was in Lome, the prayer starts by 7 Nigerian time. That would be 6 a.m. in the morning, Lome. So by that time, they are still getting ready for school. So what I usually do is I just put on the prayers and I just let it blast through and I join them too. We join. But here in Lagos, around that 7 o'clock, the kids are almost ready to leave. So I just walk them out. So once they leave, I come right back in. And the next thing we do is we sit and join Pastor Jerry for prayers and we stay through the prayers and we take communion with him. And as soon as the prayer ends, we start our morning, my son and I. Okay. So let me know in the comment section if your parents, how is your morning routine with your kids on a school day? I like to read from you. I enjoy reading from you. So please leave me a comment. And thank you so much for coming back to watch my video. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate your presence here. Please do subscribe and become a member of this amazing family, okay? I'll see you guys in my next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay blessed. Bye.